baby.
We good? You think we're good?
Good as we'll ever be.
Tyler, what's happening, dude?
Fellas,
It's been a long time, man.
it's been forever.
We were talking about before we got rolling that we used to hang out like all the
Every
time.
day. Every day.
And that was like a lifetime ago.
I feel like me and you were the OGs when it came to,
Like stupid internet crap.
just making stupid internet movies and
Those were good videos.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
Just like stupid sketch
inspired what I do today.
Really?
What I do for a career is
Oh,
your
wow.
dumb, stupid YouTube videos. Him like running down the street with no shirt on and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I know that one's gone.
We had no. I don't know if I have that.
I
one.
think
there
it's
were
a car.
a few
I
I
remember-
lost.
The car ride is what started it all. Me,
Yeah.
you, and Brett Skinner.
That was it,
Yeah.
man. I've still got that one, and I've still got.
We all had long hair.
Yeah, I lost a hard drive that had a bunch of videos on it, just like stuff. I had one video, man, where I just went around and it wasn't even like, it was just B-roll of like all of us hanging out at like different friends' houses and stuff.
Mhm.
And I made like a supercut of it and put it online. And that's probably the video I missed the most, because
Yeah,
it was just
man.
like set to music and it was just like people hanging out.
So
And
good.
God, man, I just.
And we're talking like old school, like tapes.
Oh
like-
yeah,
like-
Oh, yeah.
mini DV tapes. Like on this camera, it's this the GL2 right
Yeah.
there. Not GL, yeah, GL2,
Remember,
XL2,
you had that one. Justin had the XL2.
XL2,
That big one.
that giant
freaking
one.
behemoth
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
We did the workout movie on.
Yes. So for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, we just filmed a bunch of dumb videos
just-
and put them all over the internet.
You'll never see them, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But they were good, I'll tell you.
Oh, they were
really good.
classic,
No.
classic cinema. Well, dude, what's been going on, man? How's Barron's life? What's it like there in the off season?
Man, people always ask that. They're like, you guys there? Like when the season's over? And like, yeah, we work. So we're like 9 to 5, and we're just getting ready for next season. Me, I've been there. I'm going into my 7th season now, so I've seen a lot of a lot of wear and tear on these tires.
Dude.
But I started off as an intern in 2015. Then became a special event coordinator. I got hired. Then I was group sales manager, then director of group sales. So now I'm still kind of in that position. Plus, it's like group operations supervisor. So I do a little bit of everything there. You see me running around like crazy when you're there. Now I'm helping us set up our ballroom and stuff with AV.
I feel like that's the last time I ran into you there.
Yeah, it was.
We were setting up.
Y'all were
jobs
both
or
in, yeah.
something.
Then I think I saw Alex this past season.
Yeah, we were doing some work
Because
there.
I think you and Dusty came in there, had a big.
Yeah, there was a big event going on in the ballroom upstairs. We were actually doing a setup today, our company, the Michael's restaurant that's right behind.
On
they
top
had-
of the museum.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's the first time I'd been in there.
It's super interactive. It's really cool.
Unless you know where to go to get to that Michael's restaurant, you don't see it. Like, it's the first time I'd
Is
been
it
there.
at Barron's? What are you talking about?
No, it's like right behind left field. There's the Negro Southern League Museum.
Okay,
It's right
yes,
behind there.
yes.
And they put a Michael's, like a 5-star restaurant,
Yeah.
like on top of it.
I mean, that's a place to put it to overlook the field and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
sweet,
top
man.
spot.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And all those freaking condos they built around there just in the past year. I swear, we were like counting all the new condos.
That
were
would be
going up.
cool to live there until, because y'all shoot fireworks off after every game, right?
Fridays. Yeah,
I
every
think that would
Fridays.
get old pretty fast.
We get a lot of complaints about that.
Dude.
And it's
Yeah, I would think about that, like signing the lease on a condo there. Like, dude, I'm overlooking the baseball field. And, like the first couple of late nights, like, dude, this is awesome. Like
Yeah.
watching the game from your balcony.
and
But Railroad Park is right there, so if it's not the trains, it's the fireworks.
Yeah, no, it would get old fast. It'd be like,
And-
dude, fucking just stop.
the thing
Just
about
stop.
that is
We're gonna still playing.
like we're gonna shoot them no matter what. So if this game goes till like midnight, we're still shooting fireworks. So
Yeah.
like we get stuff all the time, man. So people are like, "What are you doing? This I'm trying to sleep."
That's what you signed up for
Yeah.
when you signed the lease. Yeah.
It's a
Well,
ballpark.
we didn't make it to a single freaking game last summer, man. We were just
Unreal.
whatever reason.
Well,
just
we used to
busy
have
and stuff.
great tickets because Holt was partnered with a company who had box seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember going on their dime.
Well, it
'cause they
wasn't
just
the
never-
box seats. It was like the seats down next to home plate,
Yeah.
where you could get like the servers. and
batter's
stuff.
box. It's
Yeah.
called batter's box seats.
And it was awesome, man. We didn't have to stand in line. We'd hang out down there. It was
Yep.
God.
Yes.
Forbes Distributing.
Shout out
Forbes
Forbes.
Distributing had batter's box tickets that they would give out, and then they quit buying them for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, they just never used them, and that was the hookup. Was like,
Yeah.
hey, you want to
Yeah.
go to a ball game? I got box seats. Like that was the flex.
Yeah. Y'all ever want to go, man? Let me know. I can get y'all some tickets. Behind
Yeah.
home plate, so.
Okay. How did the Barons do this past season? I didn't keep up with it
Really
too much.
good, man.
Really?
Really good. It's crazy because this was the first year we didn't have like a big time name on the team. You usually have somebody that's like, this is the guy everybody's coming to see. But this time it was just a bunch of good players, and I felt like we kind of got screwed. You know, we were in the playoffs, and we had to go to Montgomery, and we were up like one game, and it was between us and them to play the Braves for the championship. And we went down there, and they beat us twice. So they were up a game. We had two more games to win, and they rained both of them out.
Oh,
And
my God.
we went down there for one of them, and they could have played, but we don't make that call. So they end up banging. We call it baseball banging those games. They banged both those games, and Montgomery ended up going to the champ. They lost to the Braves the championship, but yeah, we had a really good team, really good manager. So it makes me feel old because the manager's younger than like you. He was like 29.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So
Is he going to be around for next season?
I don't know, man. It's when they're really good, they like
Get
to
picked
progress
off.
them. Apparently, like they think he's probably the next guy in Chicago, like for the actual White Sox. So
Dang.
we'll
So
see.
explain to
But-
me how that works, because I understand that the White Sox are like the parent team to the Barons.
Yeah. So
and how, like the Chicago White Sox, Birmingham Barons. How did that connection come
yeah.
about?
So they've been their affiliate forever now, but it's a minor league system. So you have A ball, double A ball, triple A ball, then you have Major League Baseball. Nobody's going to go straight from getting drafted or whatever and going straight to Major League. So you just can't. It's just too hard. So we're double A. So usually a guy will get drafted. He'll go. Our single A team is Winston-Salem in North Carolina, the Dash. He'll go from there to us, the Barons. We're double A. Then from there, the Charlotte Knights are triple A. And that's where like triple A is when they start making some pretty good, like decent money. And they're like,
yeah.
that's when everything's like, okay, these dudes are legit. Like the pitching's harder, everything. Then once you get past triple A, you go to Chicago. Then you'll have some guys that are, just go straight from double A to Chicago. They're, the best.
They're
of
just
the
that
best.
good.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's just the minor league system. Each one is, you have the Braves. The Braves own their entire minor league system. That's why every minor league team for the Braves are the Braves, except for the AAA. They're the Stripers. They're shit.
Stripers.
They were the Gwinnett Braves forever, and they decided to change to the Stripers for like marketing stuff. But that's for us. Like each one has a different owner and stuff. So, but yeah, that's how it works. They just kind of make their way up the ladder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you said to play the championship to go on and play the Braves, it's not the actual
No,
Atlanta Braves?
no,
Okay,
the Double
so-
A Braves,
The Double A
Mississippi Braves.
Okay. I was like, dude, that's
Not
crazy.
the World Series.
The World
championship,
Series
yeah.
championship.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm still so stoked about that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was talking to him before we got started. If he had hadn't talked to him in 2 weeks.
I missed the World Series, but I saw it the day after, and I watched all the highlights from it. And
Dude.
Did you watch it?
Oh yeah.
Well,
was
you
awesome.
being the baseball guy,
Oh, yeah.
of course.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
imagine.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
But he was saying he was surprised to see some of the highlights and some of the way they.
dude, the Braves like to drop the ball. They like to not catch balls thrown at them, or like just throw balls at empty bases. I was
Yeah.
like, because you watch the series, the World Series highlights, and you'd think they wouldn't put those highlights in the videos where like the dude just throws it to third and there's
Nobody's there.
Nobody's there.
Yeah.
I was like, God, dude. But they were playing against the Astros, and I have a love-hate relationship with the Astros.
Well, we all do.
I got into baseball through the Astros. Like as soon as I was like, man, I think I like baseball, and then it's like pick a team. Well, our grandfather lived in Houston, so I was like, I want to root for the Astros. Boom, they clear the World Series that year. So the first year I get into baseball, the team that I happen to pick wins the World Series. Then all that shit comes out about
Yeah, they suck.
yes, and I was just like, we don't have the hat on the wall anymore, do we?
It's
it's
up there.
I pulled the hat off the wall. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even want it. in
We
this
had it part
basement.
of the set, but it's like I don't know if you can see it. We got
Yeah, I
the-
see it right there.
Yeah.
So that
We'll
was
put it
kind of,
back
that
up.
was kind of a bummer. This like, oh, they're cheaters and all that. I was like, damn it! Like I love that team. Like that's what got me into baseball. So since then, I've been trying to find a team,
Yeah.
and then like the Dodgers. So I was like, I'll just go for the Dodgers, and the Dodgers did pretty good, but they didn't make it this year.
Yeah, we'd love to have you in Atlanta.
Okay.
Astros fucking suck. Dodgers suck. So just
Our
Okay,
grandfather was
okay.
a big Braves fan.
Yeah.
But, up until this year, it seemed like you were saying the Braves weren't.
Well, the last
Weren't really a contender.
The last well, they've made it several years, but they've never like been like the final two teams. And I think the last World Series was '95, right?
The last one they won, yeah. They went to a few in the '90s, but they lost all of them except for that one because they always went against the Yankees for the most part, who were dominating. But they were in it in '99, lost. So this is the first one that is like 22 years that they were.
That's
in one,
crazy.
so
That's crazy.
it was awesome, man. We were pumped.
Now, the winning game, did it take place in Atlanta or was it?
No,
in Houston?
unfortunately, it was in Houston.
Because it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But you play some games in Houston and some
Right.
home games and away games.
But yeah, they got hot at the right time, man, and they were just raking, just destroying the ball. So it was sick.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, go Braves, man. We'll
Yeah,
have to get
man.
we'll have to
Yeah,
get a
shout
little
out
Braves thing. Dude, we need to get a banner or a Barons
Dude, I can
sticker
get
or
you-
Yeah, we got to
shirt.
represent.
Something to put on the wall here.
Yeah, I can get you whatever you need.
That's cool,
I'll
man.
be your plug.
Plug.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, dude, the kind of shift into the world of football, trying to keep up with that lately.
Yeah.
You think Bama's going to go all the way this year, or
Nice,
what are you
man.
thinking, man? It's hard. They keep kind of edging away at some of the games. I watched the LSU game or some of the highlights from the
Yeah, it's
LSU
pretty
game.
bad. So, you know me, like I'm super deep
Oh, I know.
into it. Me and Justin.
Team man, Bama. I mean, come on.
Let's go. So Bama came into this season. They're the second youngest team in football in FBS, which is like the top tier teams, right behind Florida. So there's only like a handful of seniors on the team. So it's a bunch of really talented guys, but they're just so young that, they've seen Bama dominate for the last 15 years or so that they probably just think they can throw on the Alabama jersey and like, hey, we're Alabama, we're going to win. Then they get punched in the mouth and they're like, oh shit, like we need to get it in gear. So it's a lot of them being young, plus some of the play calling I'm not a big fan of. Like we could have literally a podcast just for letting me vent about Alabama football. Like it would.
Well, if you had to go into it a little bit without making an hour-long conversation, who's predominantly responsible for some of the play calling that you're not happy with?
I don't like the the offensive coordinator. It's Bill O'Brien. So
And what's his history?
Last year before he came here, he was the head coach of the Houston Texans in the NFL. He was their general manager and head coach. And he's like well known for like getting rid of their best players there because he has like his disagreements with them and stuff. So
He's like, you're gone.
yeah,
You're
like,
fired.
Like the best wide receiver in the NFL, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, you're out of here. And he's like, okay, fuck that. And he goes to Arizona and he's lighting it up right now. They're the best team in the NFL. But he used to be the head coach at Penn State, then he went to Houston from there. But I just feel like some of his play calling, man, just pisses me off. I feel like he's so much of an NFL mindset where he just wants to throw the ball every time. When Bama, they're known for like running the ball. They have 235-pound running back behind them, and you got 1st and 10, you're on the 5-yard line, or 1st and goal, and we're going to throw it every time. And it just doesn't make sense. So stuff like that. But I think it's kind of growing pains everywhere. When you're Alabama and you lose 6 first-rounders every year. I mean, that's a lot of talent to replace. So, like I said, they're just really young. And if they flip the switch, I mean, they haven't played their best game yet. If they play their best game, they can literally beat anybody. And everybody, Georgia knows that. Everybody knows that. But can they put it together? The quarterback's amazing. The defense is getting better. Everybody's there. They're just so young, man. And I could see them. I think they kind of lollygagged into the LSU game. They're like, oh, we're 28-point favorites. They're playing all like.
I mean, I get the psychological part of it. When you walk in and you have such a dominant in being Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And, when they lost that first game to Texas A&M, I was like, well, maybe that's good for them, like kind of wake them up a little bit and say, hey, man, you can still lose. Like, you bleed the same.
Yeah.
Just anybody else. And I think when my coworker, he's big into football and stuff, and he was like, yeah, I think a loss kind of wake those guys up and, say, hey, you're not invincible.
And people say, like, you can see, like, when we play games like that or lose, like, you can see Saban's kind of smiling. He's like, he's about to ride their ass. Like, he's like, I told you. So he can go back and say, like, I told you.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to listen to me now? So, I mean, they play a nobody this weekend. That'll be just.
I was about to ask. I don't even know.
New Mexico State. They're terrible.
But then Saban will still approach it like it's a contender in the press conferences. He's like, well, their running back, he's got this going for him, and their quarterback has done this. And this
yeah, exactly. That's what he did today. Yeah. I think it was today. Like they're 1-8. They've lost 8 games. They're 1-8.
What?
And he was like, Mexico State, they have a great offense. I'm like, yeah, they do, man. So he's just, I don't know.
That's just his mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you don't underestimate your opponent ever.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, it is like I said. It's just a young team. If they put it all together, they can beat anybody. But they need to. If they just need to focus. They can't get complacent. And that's the one thing Saban hates more than anything is people getting complacent.
yeah,
Well, we won it last year. We're just gonna show up and win. Don't work like
it's
that.
hard to do, man.
Especially in
Even
the SEC, man.
Yeah.
Like LSU's still pissed off and they want to beat your ass. And like they're all gonna be like that. So you got to wake up. So
it's crazy.
hopefully they start clicking here pretty soon when they need to. Like late in the season.
It's wild to see how well Mac Jones is doing as a rookie at the Patriots, and
guy.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs, or they're close to it, or could.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, but like,
yeah,
it's wild to see how well he's doing compared to some of the other guys that were drafted ahead of him
mm-hmm.
that were like such high contenders. And there's one guy in particular, and I can't think of his name, but he was like maybe second or third in the draft,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody, like all the talking heads, were like, "This is the guy," and Mac is just like blowing him out of the water, and he's basically hasn't shown up really. Maybe you know who I'm
Justin
talking about.
Fields, maybe for the Bears.
Probably. I don't know. I'm not huge
You got-
in NFL.
You have Trey Lance with the 49ers. Nah. Then you got Justin Fields, who's
There's
really.
one guy who basically everybody was like, "This is the guy," and he's just not showing up. And then they can't. Like it seems like all the talking heads that picked him are still trying to stick to their guns. Like, well, they're
Get
not
back
playing
to
his
that.
type of game, and
Yeah.
and they're not making the play calls that he needs to hear. And I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a big sports analyst, but it's pretty interesting to see the guy from Alabama who nobody thought was going to do well go to the one of the heaviest hitting teams, the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady being there, a god, and could possibly make the playoffs this rookie year.
Yeah,
so.
I love Mac Jones is so good, man. Like, I mean, when he was at Alabama, I mean, just everything he did, he has the best deep ball I've ever seen. Like, he's just, that's what we got spoiled the last few years because we had so many first round wide receivers. And every time, like a Bama game, you watch a quarterback drop back and launch it, you're like, well, touchdown. You just knew it. We were going to catch it. Now it's not like that. We're overthrowing the ball. People are dropping the ball.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you realize how spoiled you got. But Mac was always just spot on. He was always focused. He showed up every game. I don't think he really ever had a game where you're like, damn, he sucked. Like, dude, he was always like, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, all right, go the next week. So, but I'm super glad for him. I'm not a Patriots fan, but I'm
I was about to say, you
I don't really have an
Patriots
NFL
jersey.
team, man. Like
Yeah.
Julio's always been my guy, Julio Jones. So I kind of follow him wherever he goes. Like the tag on my truck out there says Julio on it.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, it's been like that.
Where's he at right now?
He's in Tennessee
Okay.
Titans.
Yeah, I don't.
But I'm like I said, I'm not a fan. I don't have an NFL team, so
I don't follow. This year especially, just with everything else going on in my life, I don't follow college football like I used to a few years back. And so, some of the bigger games, we were at a local restaurant Saturday and caught some of the LSU Alabama game.
Yeah.
They started turning it around. I was like, okay, cool, because it was like tied, going in the first quarter or something, or they were losing.
yeah, it was 7-0. Something like
I was
that.
like, oh, dude, here we go again. And they turned it around, so it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not super up into like sports like I used to be. But man, who's going to be the next big game for Alabama? You said this week is a cakewalk.
Nah, next week you got Arkansas. That can be tricky. Arkansas has been beating a lot of people. Like you never know who you're going to get with them. They're very tough, very physical. But they haven't beaten Alabama.
Spoken like a true coach. Man, I get so irritated when I hear the coaches talking. They're like, well, what do you got to do to win the game? Well, we got to be tough. We got to play with physical aggressiveness, and we got to play 60 minutes of football, and we got to run the ball, and you get nothing out of it.
It's like, no, motherfucker, we're gonna win. I'm out here for blood. We're gonna win. You can't say that.
Yeah,
they won't let them say
it's
that.
all. My coworker says it's coach speak.
It's coach speak. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just trying to respect them, but
generic, vague. Like, well, what are you going to do in the game? Well, we're going to play 60 minutes of football, and we're going to play with
We're gonna
aggressiveness.
kick their ass. Yeah, you can't say that.
Or even to give any kind of like insight into like, well, who's going to start, or what are you going to do with this, and how are you going to, the way their defense is set up, how are you going to, I guess, attack that? It's like, oh, we're just going to play some football, and
she's gonna line up, have a hat on the hat, boy, and
we're going to run the ball.
100 yards long, 53 yards wide. But yeah, it's Arkansas should be a good one. Then you always got Auburn. Auburn's at Auburn this year.
So it's Arkansas and then Auburn right after that. So Iron Bowl's at Auburn.
Yeah,
this year.
Oh,
so
wow.
which is always
Man,
they got
that's
some
always tough.
voodoo shit going on over there. So
Can you imagine I've always thought about, like, I never played football, but I can't imagine going out onto a field where you got, 100,000 screaming fans, just being able to concentrate,
Oh yeah.
to play. I was like, man, during COVID, when they were playing at empty stadiums, maybe they could think a little more and, like, make better play calls. And
Yeah.
you don't have, like, cowbells going on.
Now, did they play the crowd sounds during football during COVID like they did baseball?
I think maybe a little bit. I don't think they did. I didn't go to a game in 2020, but I don't think they.
I just remember watching baseball in 2020.
Oh, yeah,
they would put the crowd sound, and then they tried like the CGI stuff in the crowd.
That was so weird.
It went
man.
so bad that they just we're not doing that anymore.
Had the cardboard cutouts. And stuff.
Well, they did do the cardboard cutouts, but then they tried this
They literally tried CGI.
CG.
It was
okay.
like an entire side of the stadium. They tried to put
It was painted all green and like, oh, we're gonna
No,
CG in
no,
some-
it was
No,
like
they just put CGI shit in there. It was like watching a video game or something.
yes,
You just have people who are like,
it was so they got.
like sitting there doing that. You're like, what the fuck are they
They
doing?
just rob it from like FIFA or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I think they only ran it for a few games and they pulled it. They're like, we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
But like us as fans, like you could buy like you would a ticket, you could buy like a cardboard cutout and send in a photo, and then your cardboard cutout would be in the stand.
why
Yeah, you could do
though?
that.
What's the incentive and the chance that your cardboard cutout gets it on TV?
Well, you
That's
hope
me.
you hope that it gets hit in the outfield and it creams you in the face because then it gets replayed over and over and over.
I got killed
Yeah,
by
cardboard cutouts.
Dude,
Fastball.
it's so weird, man.
Yeah.
But hey, we're out of it. We got fans in the stadiums now. So.
Yeah.
How was going back to Barons? I mean, how was
Opening day.
the 21 season? Pretty good.
It was good, yeah, man. We it's weird. Minor league baseball used to be its own entity. You had Major League Baseball and you had minor league baseball. They had their own presidents, their own stuff. But beginning of last year, they merged. So like Major League Baseball is over minor league baseball now. So they make all the decisions and everything. So we had to like send them so many reports, like the square footage of all of our spaces, and like they needed all of this stuff to know how many people we could have because they're all about the players. They don't want a lot of people getting near the players.
Right.
So like like usually if like a regular game, if you guys came out, I could take y'all down to the field pregame, like hang out in front of the dugout with all the players and everything. But this year it's like nobody goes near the players. Like I didn't get to. Used to I could go down to the clubhouse where all the players are. I couldn't go down there. But we end up I know we opened the season, I think at like 60% capacity, just to kind of see how it goes. And we kind of looked around, and I mean, all the other teams around us were all like 100%. So starting the second homestand, we were like, open them up. I mean, they told us we could. I mean, they said we could. Jefferson County Health Department told us we could, and they're like, y'all are fine. We're like, okay, cool. We're like, so we did it. And if people wanted to wear masks, they could. We wore masks when we were inside.
Like all the employees and stuff.
Yeah. So, but nobody was. We recommended it, but we didn't make anybody. That was the last thing we wanted to do, is make people, feel like they had to
Sure.
do something they didn't want to. If I'm coming to a baseball game, I want to have a hot
I
dog.
want to have a
Like,
hot dog. I want to take a beer. I'm gonna
yeah.
watch
So it's like, yeah, man, whatever y'all feel comfortable doing. So, that kind of, as the season progressed, we got through May and June, and everything kind of dropped off, and nobody was wearing masks or anything anymore. But we had great crowds, and we had to change up a few things. Usually, like our biggest draws, we'll have like some celebrities will be there, and we'll do like meet and greets and autograph stuff. We couldn't do that this year, so we had to kind of coordinate how we do, like just different ideas to try to do different promotions.
Well, that Thirsty Thursday seems to be a big hit.
No, yeah,
Everybody's like,
that's it. That's the one. Thirsty Thursday is always
It's like,
gonna
what is it, like half price
$2
drinks or
$2 beers.
$2 beer in a baseball game. Let's go.
Dude, you can't get a $2 beer anywhere, man. That's crazy.
And wine.
And wine.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Fancy.
Fancy.
But yeah.
How many games did they play last year?
So we played like, I think about 62, I think. We usually play 69, 70 home games. So, but the season got delayed. So we usually start the beginning of April, but we didn't start till May last year. So this year we're starting April 8th like we usually do. But yeah, we played like, I think like 62, something like that.
That's just home games.
Just home games, yeah. So they double down the road. So these guys are playing close to 150 games.
What is the life of a baseball player?
A lot
man?
of
Holy
riding
shit.
in buses.
That's crazy, man. Or just like, I just think about a pitcher, like a starting pitcher playing 9 innings or, yeah, I mean, I guess you have relief pitchers and stuff, but still starting 100 and something games.
Yeah.
That's intense. Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude. It's, like I said, baseball life's it's different. Then, I mean, and we're not even on the team, dude, and I'm working, like, the weeks we have games, I'm working probably 70 to 80 hours a week. I'm at the ballpark. Like, our games are always Tuesday through Sunday. Every homestand, Tuesday through Sunday, Tuesday through Sunday. So I'm working like 10 to 10 basically like every day, like every one. But
Son.
but like it's cool, man. Like I work in sales, so I get groups to come out and bring their employees out and have fun. And when the game
You're the hype man.
yeah, like
Let's go Barons.
who wants to see me do a big ass stunt? But no, like I get them out there. Then once the game starts, man, I've loved my job, man. I've never dreaded going to work one time, like since I've been there. I've never been like, shit, I got to go to the ballpark. Like, I love it, dude. Like, a lot of my work comes before when you see me when I'm running around setting up tables and all that stuff in the ballroom. And like once the game starts, I just chill for real. Like, I check on my groups, make sure they're good. But other than that, I just watch baseball. If you're there, I'll just come hang out with you and like, have my radio on if somebody have to put out any fires or anything, just help people out. But yeah, it's a sweet gig, dude. And I've got to meet, man, so many athletes I grew up like idolizing, and Chipper Jones and stuff. And celebrities, man. So cool. I'm friends with celebrities now. Like, I've got to meet. It's like blows my mind, dude. It's crazy.
Well, you mentioned you have celebrities that come out for like meet and greets and signings and stuff. I mean, who are some of the cool people you've gotten to meet?
Dude. I'll tell you, it's the most random assortment of people. So there's a crazy story. So in 2018, we had the Southern League All-Star game there. So the Southern League is what the league the Barons are in. It's Mississippi Braves, Pensacola, Jackson.
Are the Biscuits in that?
Yeah,
league?
Montgomery Biscuits.
Montgomery Biscuits, boy, yeah.
Rocket City Trash Pandas. So yeah, we had the All-Star game in Birmingham that day.
Son.
So that we prepared for that for over a year, and our general manager was like, "Hey, I want you to be the man on this. I want you to run this whole thing all the way down to how was the the home run derby? What's the format you want it to be? Do you want it to be 10 outs? So I was doing like all this stuff.
Wow, dude, that's incredible.
So for the national anthem, I was like, I'm going to reach out to it's a country singer named Jamie Johnson that's from Montgomery and big burly dude. He's like he's Grammy nominated and stuff. And I reached out to his agent. And I was like, hey, I'd love to have him come sing the national anthem for this, All-Star game, and we're gonna have a flyover. And he hit me back. He goes, no, he'd be honored to. He'd do it for free. He'll just come up there. I was like, okay, sweet.
Right.
So,
hell yeah, just take that $10,000 check and just shred it.
yeah, we weren't gonna pay him. So I was like, awesome. So we had him on the docket. So the day of the game comes, and I'm waiting outside for Jamie, and he's driving up from Montgomery, and he calls me. So this is probably like an hour before national anthem and stuff, and I was like,
"Is this an afternoon, evening game?"
It's like a 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock game. So this is probably around 5. And he's like, "Hey, Tyler." I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Hey,
he goes,
Tyler.
He's like, "Hey, we got kind of a situation here," and I was like, "Okay." He goes, "I got Dennis Quaid with me," and I was like, "Okay," and he was like, "Yeah, he's got his dog Peaches with him," and I was like, "Okay." He said, "Can she come in the ballpark?" And I said, "Yeah." It's like if Dennis Quaid will throw a first pitch for me before the game. And he was like, "Yeah, we can manage that." And I was like, "All right." So
he's just hanging out with Dennis Quaid.
Dude, yeah. So they got there, and they pull up, and Dennis gets out, and he's like, "I heard you want the rookie," and I was like, "Yeah, I want the rookie, man." I said, "Give him to me."
Oh, dude, I love that movie. That's crazy.
So yeah, he came out, and he's so cool, man, and Jamie was so cool, and I took him down. We had to go down the stairs. It's like, hey, we got to go straight to the field now. It's almost time to do the anthem and everything. And we're going down, and we passed one of the clubhouses where one of the teams are. And Jamie's like, I got to take a leak. And he just walks in. Like, the player's like, who the fuck is this guy? Then Dennis Quaid's like, I got to pee too. He goes in there. They're like, it's Dennis Quaid. So he comes in there and just fucking bulldogs like walking around. And,
it's a bulldog.
Yeah, Peaches, dude.
Peaches.
And I think I've got a picture. I haven't looked at my Instagram forever, but there on my Instagram there's a picture of me, Dennis Quaid, and Jamie Johnson. Let me see.
Scroll down. You got like all these celebrities you're taking pictures of.
Keep going. Right there on the left.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, down. Oh, dude.
So
middle left photo right there.
Yeah, he was a super nice guy. Then after the anthem, I took him up and we put him up in a suite to watch the game. And like we have a conference room up there, and somebody had their food like laid out on the outside of it. And he's walking, and Dennis Quaid just reaches in and grabs a hot dog wiener and throws it at his dog, and Peaches just eats it. And we just keep walking. I was like, I guess that's cool. I guess you can do that. So yeah, that's one. scroll down some more. You got Aaron Eckhart right there that played Two-Face and
Oh yeah. Click
in
on
the
that
dark
one right
in
there.
the Dark Knight.
Well, hold on before we get too far. So Dennis Quaid threw the first pitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he
How'd he do?
Wasn't good.
Oh
man.
no!
Oh, it's not like
wasn't
it's
good.
not like the rookie movie.
Nah,
makes
it was,
out to be.
dude. It was so.
That 98 mile an hour fastball.
He looked like a rookie. It was
Damn.
It was kind of like damn man. But
Okay.
dude, yeah. Aaron Eckert was there. He was filming
Eckert.
Aaron Eckert. He was
Oh,
filming
he was doing that cop movie.
the cop movie downtown. So him and his director came. He was super cool, dude. It's just we have random guys like that show up. Then Barry Williams, who was Greg Brady on the Brady Bunch.
Oh, really?
came-
Was Greg Brady the?
He was the
oldest
brother.
Oldest brother. Okay.
Yeah, so he came.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So y'all do this for like all the major games? You just reach out to
Yeah,
different
we'll just
local
have, like-
celebrities and have people come out.
Yeah, we'll just have random nights, and yeah, we'll see kind of like if people are filming movies nearby and stuff. If they want to come out, like, no, we tried to get Travolta to come out when he was filming that movie.
I was
in
gonna
Newtown,
ask that.
and he wanted to, he couldn't. His agent was like, "Hey, he wants to come out there. He had to get out of town to do something." So we almost had Travolta come out there.
Oh, dude, how
Um,
cool would that have been?
That was sick. We've had a lot of people come out. Then Squints from the
I was about to
Sandlot.
say, I feel like I saw the picture where you're hanging out with one of the Sandlot kids.
Yeah,
Like, that's fucking
Chauncey
crazy.
Laparty, man, that's my guy. We had Sandlot night, and I reached out and I went and I picked him up from the airport, and
What is Sandlot night?
we just had a night. It's just we needed a promotion for like a Saturday night. It was like
You got
Sandlot-
120 games. You're like, we gotta mix it up. We gotta do
Yeah,
something. We're gonna
so
have
we're
a
like-
balloon animal night. We're gonna have pudding night. Sandlot night.
cornbread night. No, it's a Sandlot night. Yeah, so we just kind of had like a meet and greet with Chauncey or Squints. I don't think I have a picture with him on my Instagram, but he came out and did a meet and greet and hung out, did a first pitch. Then everything that night was like, so we had like Sandlot, the quick movie clips in
okay.
between innings and stuff. But super cool guy. And that's still got him in my phone. I
Was this in 2019 when this happened?
2019 was Squints. Yeah.
Then you had the 2020 season. And then,
Yeah, then we didn't do anything in 2020. So then 2021 we couldn't have any celebrities. But yeah, he's cool, man. Like I was hitting him. He lives in California, and I remember I was like going through my contacts and accidentally hit him and hit FaceTime. And I was like, oh shit, and I clicked it off. Then I was out to eat, and he texted
Called
me.
you back.
Yeah, he texted me. He goes, "Yo, what's up, bro?" And I was like, "My bad, man. I didn't mean to hit you up." So then we started talking, and I was like, "How's it going?" He's like, "I'm good, man." He was like, next time, he's like, "You're in Cali, you're in LA." He's like, "Hit me up, dude." He's like, "I'll take you around and show you all these different areas." And I was like, "Sweet." So it's just random.
So rad.
We did that. Then my guy Steve-O. So when I tell people like I spent a night hanging out with Steve-O, and they're like,
That came to Barons and did some stuff. Or how does this?
"No,
How did
it
you?
was, dude. It was the most random night of my life, man." So me and a friend of mine, Courtney Lasore, who used to work with the Barons with me, she actually follows you guys. She follows Heavy Ultra because I told her I was coming on this. She's like, "I'll follow them." I was
Shout
like,
out
huh?
Courtney.
Shout out Courtney. Yeah, thanks for the
Uh,
follow. That's awesome.
But yeah. So we were at work one day, and she goes, "Do you see where Steve-O's coming to the comedy club in Hoover?" And I was like, "No, it's sick." And he had posted a video on his Instagram. And he's like, "Hey Birmingham, fucking fucking
Yeah.
No, he wasn't like that. But he was like, "Yo, it's like, does anybody have a mannequin that I can have?" And we're like, "What?" So.
Does he do like stand-up comedy?
Yeah, it's dude, his shows, it's like he does some stand-up comedy, but it's like Jackass also. Like he has
Sets
videos,
himself on fire and shit.
bro. He has he has videos that he made. They're like you can only see them at his show
Like, you can't post it anywhere.
No, dude. Fuck no. Unless it's like in the new
Shit, man.
unless it's in the
I wanna see
new
it.
Jackass movie that's coming out, maybe. But dude, holy shit.
Okay,
But
so
anyways,
he puts
so
that.
he's like, "Hey, I'm looking for, if you have a mannequin, let me know." So mine and Courtney's idea was, "Hey, we have these old like rundown mannequins in our store. Like we can get him to come get one and come to the ballpark and just do a marketing thing. Hey, this is Steve-O with the Barons. Come see Steve-O. This is Steve-O. Come see the Barons, this weekend or whatever." So he ended up saying, like, "Hey, like we reached out to Scott Randolph, it's his best friend. I don't know if you see Steve-O on Instagram or Facebook, but he does his own show, like his own podcast.
Yeah.
And his buddy Scott Randolph's the guy with the glasses. He has silver hair, like gray hair.
So
Yeah.
this is the Van podcast.
Yeah, the van.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so Scott's the one that Courtney messaged, like with the Barons account. Like, "Hey, we have a a mannequin we can use. And he's like, hey, he's like, can you bring it to the Stardome for us, please? He's like, we get you guys some tickets. Y'all can watch the show. So we couldn't use the one from work, but she knew a guy that brought us a mannequin, which is in this picture. Right there.
So this picture right here, you're standing next to what looks like a mannequin that's once been on fire.
Dude, it was disgusting.
Where the hell did it come from? This is not from
just
the
a
Barons
friend
shop.
of her. Yeah, a friend of hers came and brought it to us. So.
I got this mannequin I go to sleep next to every night. You can have
Okay.
Yeah, I love her. So he brought us the mannequin, and we're like, yeah, we'll just bring it to you. So we get to the Stardome. This is after work. We're out of work, and right when we pull up to the Stardome, Steve-O and Scott pull up. So we walk in with them. This is back in the green room at the Stardome. So he's like, thanks, man. And we
you just walk up with this mannequin. I got a delivery for Steve-O.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, sick, let's go. So we take the mannequin. We're in the green room, and he's like, I got you guys a table right up front. So we were like right in front of the stage. So we talked to him for a little bit back there, took a picture. So then we watch his whole show, which is, dude, if you haven't seen Steve-O stand-up comedy tour, dude, it is so hilarious and gross. Like, it's,
dude,
I can't
don't know if I can.
I can't tell you on here what he does. But anyways, so after the show, the cool thing about Steve-O is he'll go up to his merch table and he will take a selfie with every single person that came to his show.
Wow.
Like, he loves, dude, he is the most down-to-earth dude. So he was like, yeah, he's like, everybody come up here and, buy some merch. And he's like, I'll be at the end. Whether you buy anything
you
or
buy a T-shirt, you get a photo.
He said, whether you buy anything or not, I'll take a picture with you. And he takes them on his camera and he uploads them on his website that night so you can have it.
Oh, right.
So me and Courtney let everybody, we already met him. We're going to let everybody else go first. So we're in line. We're at the very back, and Scott is working. He sees, he's like, appreciate the mannequin. He goes, y'all can get anything y'all want, for free. You just take whatever you want. So we got some shirts, and I got the big picture. It's in my man cave. It's like a 16 by 20 of him doing a gainer off a huge fucking bridge. He said it's the scariest thing he's ever done, but got him to sign it for me. And
that's awesome.
So he autographed that, and I got that in my man cave. But we got down to Steve-O, and he had just met 500 people. So he was he saw us, and he looked at Scott. He's like, hey, are those people with the mannequin still here? I'm like, that's us. He goes, that's what I thought it was. He goes, are y'all busy after this? And we're like, no. He's like, see if y'all want to come with me and blow up these mannequins. And we're like, fuck yes. And he's like, sweet. He's like, y'all just chill. He's like, I'll be out. And he's like, we'll go. And I'm like, okay.
That's just where his brain is.
So then we're outside, waiting on Steve-O. We're talking to Scott, and there's a guy. God, man, I forget his name. His name's it's like Houdini or something. I can't remember, but he was on Tosh.0. The guy that was tied behind a fucking race car, and he was strapped to chains, and he was trying to undo the chains before he the car took off, caught the slack, and he was on top because he didn't get him off, and it just drug his ass. Oh, so he's really good friends with Steve-O, so he was there too. So we're talking to him. Yeah, he doesn't have any legs, I don't think. So he was like, okay, Steve-O's like, all right, let's go. He's like, I got the perfect place. He's like, follow me. And we're like, okay, sick, let's go. So we're going, and we're super pumped. We're following Steve-O. And it's literally Steve-O, Scott, the no-leg guy, me and Courtney.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, then this other guy that brought a mannequin, but he does a lot of, he was recording stuff. He does a lot of recording.
Now, let's back up. What did he do? Was the mannequin part of his act on the stage?
No, so we were about to find out what it was. We had no idea.
So he didn't do anything with the mannequin during his show.
No.
Okay.
This is just...
So you're like, what the why?
Yeah, dude, we're like, so why the fuck does he need a mannequin for? So he's like, follow me. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm like, he said he was going to blow up mannequins. And I'm like, okay. So we turned into Trace Crossings, and I'm like, holy shit, we're going to the fucking Hoover Met, dude. I'm like, I work for the Barons. So we pull into the Hoover Met, and I'm like, oh my God, because it's a fucking huge parking lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a massive parking lot. So I'm like, okay. And so we pull up, and, we set up the mannequins, and he's like, are the cops out here bad? I'm like, yeah, they fucking suck, dude. And he goes,
you're in Hoover, dude.
Yeah, and he was like, fuck it. I'm like, dude, fuck it. Yeah, so if I'm going to jail, I'm going with Steve-O. I'm like, I don't give a shit. So he's setting up mannequins, and he's putting his merch on them.
How many mannequins does he have?
He had 2 or 3.
Anybody he can get to just bring mannequins.
So other people had brought mannequins.
Or he had his own. Yeah, so there was only a total of 6 of us there. There was only like 6 of us.
All the people that brought in mannequins to the show. It's like, y'all are all coming.
No, dude, I'm talking 6 total, including Steve-O. Like, it was just Steve-O, his guy, and like 3 episodes. It was like, yeah. So he sets up the mannequin. He's like putting his merch on. He's putting like a shirt, and like a hat, and sunglasses. And first of all, before he did that, he taped fireworks to the mannequin body. Then he puts the shirt over it. And as he's doing that, a security car like pulls up to us, and he goes, "What the hell are y'all doing?" And Steve-O goes, "Oh, we're about to blow up these mannequins." The guy goes, "Okay," and just drives off.
Does he recognize Steve-O?
Dude, he was like, I don't know. He's like an old guy, so I don't know if he was just Steve-O was like, "Yeah, we're about to blow up these mannequins," and the guy's like, "Whatever," and just
he's like, "That's above my pay grade."
He's just like, well, I can't.
Yeah,
deal
he's
with
like,
this.
"Fuck it, man." So he drives off. So yeah, so we put these like the shirt and the hat and the sunglasses on these mannequins, and he just blows them up, and he's like blowing up the mannequins with the stuff on them, and like just. It's fucking hilarious.
I guess they were there filming it, maybe for like
filming
a promo or something.
Yeah, and there's a video that he posted on his Instagram of that video, but it's him. He was like showing off. He's like his merch. That's how he wanted to show off his merch. He put like, but like the fireworks are mortar shells that he attached to the.
Like, dude.
So I'm talking
like
fireworks,
bro.
Yes, dude. So yeah,
Is
like,
that
we'll see if we can pull
Is that
that
this
up.
video?
Yeah.
I want to see it. Let's
Is
see
this it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, so
I don't know if you can hear the music or anything. Because like he talks in it too, but yeah, this is in the Hoover Med.
oh, dude, yeah, it's just mortar shells.
Yeah, dude, and
That's crazy. It's crazy that
that's my truck. We're putting that stuff in. And he was like, yeah. So we went back to his. That's me in the blue shirt. So we went back to his hotel in Hoover.
Yeah, he's like marketing his glasses.
Yeah, he's just showing off. He's like,
This is a blum.
he's like, these are sick, dude. Then, but no, I was gonna tell you was he gave me those sunglasses, and I was gonna bring them so you guys could have them.
Oh, dude, yeah, some Steve-O bomb glasses.
Yeah, the ones that the actual ones that he wore that he blew up and he was like wearing in there. Like he gave me those, so I was gonna like that'd be cool to have in here, so you could tell somebody like, hey,
Dude, I'm aware of those.
That's
things.
so rad.
be like, Steve-O wore these and blew them up, and they're still here. So I forgot to bring it. I'll bring it next time I see you. But
Dude, that's awesome.
so that
man.
was definitely the most random night of my life. But yeah, we went back and hung out, like outside his hotel and stuff. And what's cool is, people are like, Steve-O used to be so crazy, and is he clean now, dude? He is 100% sober. Like he is the most down to earth, cool, funny guy. Like so like caring, and like he was awesome. There was a guy that came, the guy that was filming for him. He was like, yeah, he's like, I do videography and stuff too. And Steve was like, perfect, you can film this for me. So he filmed it. And I remember we got back to the hotel, and that guy was wanting, Steve was like, here, let me pay you. And the guy's like, fuck no, man. He's like, this opportunity by itself was amazing. He's like, no, fuck that. He's like, I'm tired. He's like, people always get used and never get what they deserve. And dude, Steve gave him like $400.
Shit.
Like
Just
for that. Then invited him back out the next night to film more stuff because he had some more stuff he wanted to blow up.
Well, he said he did like a 3-night comedy thing.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
usually how it works with the Stardome or whatever. Usually,
and he was like, "Do you want to come back out?" And I think I had work or something, but like he told that guy, he's like, "You come back out, man." He's like, "I'd love to have you film this again." Like, dude, such an awesome guy. Like, so nice, so down to earth. And I tell people, I'm like completely clean as a whistle, dude. Like, he does not do any of that crap anymore. So it was super cool to do that.
Cooler than Dennis Quaid, you think?
Yeah, well, he didn't. Oh, dude,
Dennis
he
Quaid
did have his dog
blow
with him.
stuff up. So I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, Steve-O's the man. So that's I always tell those people that's the most random story probably in my life is because I used to, us growing up, we're watching CKY and Jackass and stuff. So we're
Mimicking our
now
own
you're hanging
stupid
out with
videos.
So now hanging
That's
out with
crazy.
Steve-O is a freaking legend.
Yeah, I feel like we glossed over that at the beginning of the episode, but I'd like to get into some of the dumb videos you guys filmed with like you, Randy, Nick.
Oh man,
Because you
Where to
guys, if it
start?
was like, whether it was on YouTube or not, you used to have all these little, not cassette tapes, but what are they called? DV tapes?
Yeah,
or
I
whatever?
started out. Shout out to my buddy Nick Willis. We've been friends since like 3rd grade, and he had a little Handycam video camera.
Yeah.
And I had one, but then mine broke or something. And this was right around the time, I'm gonna age myself, but when YouTube was really blowing up, and I was like, dude, I can like post videos that like my friends can see. It's not just here on my home VCR or whatever. And so we started filming these like dumb videos, and I'd always been into like filming my friends and us skateboarding and stuff. And anyways, I don't know where the connection with you is. Probably Circuit City, I think.
Oh shit!
Or maybe
dude.
that
I
came a
forgot
little
about
bit
that,
later.
You just aged yourself by saying Circuit City.
Circuit City, man. That
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I was maybe a senior in high school, or I'd maybe just graduated high school. I needed a job, and I'd met you through some mutual friends, and you worked there, and you got me a job. And I was working in selling like media, like
Flip
Yeah, we were
phones,
selling like
flip
video
phones
games
and
and
stuff.
CDs and
yeah, CD-ROMs.
Yeah.
Is that a thing anymore?
PFT, bro.
And then just hanging out. Yeah, product flow team, baby. Shout out to Stanton if you're out there in the internet anywhere. Like, I love that guy. But yeah, man. And I think through working at Circuit City and having some mutual friends, we were like looking for something to do on a Friday night.
hey.
It's like, hey, man, let's just. No, you said you had a pool.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, it was the middle of the summer, and you're like, oh, I got a pool. And I was like, you got a fucking pool? Like, I'm going to come swim at your house. And you're like, okay, come on.
It's
And
a nice
I came
pool,
over.
too, man. I had a nice pool.
Yeah, and we hung out in the pool, and then I'd brought my camera for some reason, and later that afternoon we were like, dude, let's just go film something stupid. And I think that was the day that we met up with Brett Skinner
Did car
and went and
ride.
rode around in I guess it was your car or was
Honda
it Brett's
Civic.
car?
Yeah, I think it was my car. Yeah.
And I set it up in the dash, and I just let it roll for like 2 hours while we drove around. And then I did like a cut of like all the funny scenes of us like singing the different.
And it's weird, man, because that was like, that was 2006 or
Dude,
7.
long time.
Like,
yeah,
so
I graduated in 2006.
we were
so.
just playing whatever on the radio.
Yeah.
Just being idiots. Because, we were both like, hey, like, we're both
I'd probably
funny.
get flagged and pulled down.
No,
nowadays.
dude. Like, we're both funny. Let's just do something stupid. So we did that. And, so we all had long hair. And
Our friends thought it was funny, and so that was it. That
Yep.
was just like, oh, this is cool. Like,
and
we're
everybody's
getting
like, oh,
attention.
y'all need to make more of these. So we
You're
started
like,
just,
what else can we do? And
we
so
started meeting up like every day trying to think
filming
of,
like stupid shit. Like some of our ideas were pretty funny, I thought, and then some were like, eh. I feel like we tried to get other people involved,
oh, yeah.
and then they would just kind of like flake on us. It was like me and you were the only ones that were like dedicated. Like,
Yeah.
dude, we got a video we got to make this week. We got to get it out there.
We're gonna make
to
it,
our
okay?
audience, man. We're gonna go viral. Like we're gonna be the next like.
Viral wasn't even like a thing back then, though.
There were people that were like doing sketches,
But it wasn't
that was
like
around
it
the-
wasn't like viral.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
mean, I think that was around the time that Andy Samberg was like blowing up with Lonely Island.
Yeah.
And like he was like, we were like, dude, Andy Samberg and all those.
I remember,
guys.
dude, me and you went and saw Hot Rod in theaters, and me and you were the only ones in the theater, and we
Yeah.
were laughing our freaking asses off.
Yeah.
Like,
Classic movie.
dude.
That's still funny to this day. I think
love
you
it,
quoted it earlier. It was really funny. But yeah, so that was it to answer your question, Zach. That's how our friendship was kind of bonded over like doing
Yeah.
stupid internet shit.
Well, that's
Because
what
before that, we really weren't that close of friends. Like we had kind of hung out.
Yeah, like we were because that whole Pleasant Grove, Hueytown crew, man, we had so many people that would all hang out. Like, so we were always
We were always
know,
at Thomas's house.
Thomas's house. Then we'd go like Subway in Pleasant Grove. That was the meetup spot. Like,
So
Hang out with
lame.
Nick J. Did Nick J work there? During
No,
that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nick J, yeah. He
Nick
used to
J
hook
was
it
the
up.
man. He was in a lot of our dumb little videos we'd make.
No doubt. But I mean, that was always it's so lame talking about. But like, if you're ever bored, man, just go to Subway in
Go to
Pleasant
Subway.
Grove. Somebody's gonna
Well, I
be
mean,
there.
Like we live in small town Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, like there wasn't shit to do, and so
We all live with our parents. We're all 20.
Yeah,
We're like
yeah.
20 years old.
yeah,
like,
we're all lame
yeah.
and just hanging out and filming dumb shit and putting it on the internet.
Yeah, then Justin got involved. Like, so he started out with Justin, and he's like, hey, he's really into filmmaking too. And it's like, okay, now,
Dude, what was crazy about Justin? I always think about this. And I should have talked to him about it. We had him on when he did the Appalachian Trail. like,
Yes,
a
I
few
watched
weeks
that
ago.
whole thing.
Dude, it was fucking cool, man.
Wait, y'all were hanging out with Justin then?
Yeah,
I don't remember Justin.
Justin and me, he was in my class at Pleasant
Okay.
Grove, and so I've known him since like 5th grade or something.
Yeah.
I only know Alex's friends because I was the younger brother, and mom and dad would make Alex babysit me. So anywhere Alex went, I would go, and that's why you stick out because you weren't an asshole. Alex had a lot of friends who fucking sucked, but I had like a really bad temper as a kid, so I would fight back.
Yeah.
I remember I never fought you, so
You got to
were-
fight with my
yeah,
friend
we-
Spencer.
I drug him out of the shed.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh
that.
my God, I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that.
Yeah, because either
And
you
Spencer was like, "Your little brother's no joke." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
he's bad."
Spencer. But yeah, you were always cool. I was like,
Man.
yeah.
Like to be nice, man.
But I forgot where was my train of thought.
I don't know.
lost
I don't
where I
know.
was
Talking about
talking.
Justin and everything.
Oh,
and-
so Justin, when he started making videos, he was going to like the extreme. Like he would go out with some of his buddies who I wasn't friends with, and they would like fucking blow up like
Sea-Doos, bro. I was out there, yeah.
and like washing machines, and like they're building like straight up pipe bombs. I don't know if
Where?
we can even talk about this.
Where are you blowing
Dude,
that up at? Like
I've got so many
never
stories. I'm like, I don't know if we can talk about it right now.
Dude, the only time I went where he's like, "Oh, we built this bomb, and it's basically a pipe bomb, like full of it's like they took like a 6-inch pipe, 2-inch pipe, filled
Gunpowder.
it full of gunpowder, and then put 2 caps on it, and then drill a hole, bore a hole, and then
that
put
is a pipe bomb.
and then put a fuse in there.
Dude, we would do that, and
I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, Justin, if we get you arrested.
well, no,
But
dude, he already had the ATF come
that's
to his
what I
house.
was. So that's where I was going.
Oh, I want to
Dude, like I know this whole.
All right, well, I'm going to give you my cliff notes
Story.
and you can
Yes,
like
go
fill in
for
the
it.
blanks. But basically, what I heard was that he was posting these videos on the internet of him blowing stuff up pretty like innocent. Like we're just old country boys out blowing up fucking Sea-Doos.
Yeah.
And he showed me some of the videos. And the one time that I went to witness this, it got wet, the fuse got wet or something. It never happened. But I remember his girlfriend at the time was like, dude, you can feel like the concussion in your chest. And I was so scared, I went and hid in the car. I was like, I'm going to get hit by a piece of shrapnel. Because we went out to some random river. They built a pipe bomb. It was the bomb I just described. But then they took 2 oxygen tanks and duct taped
Dude, yes.
to the so it was like it looked like something you would blow up the World Trade Center with. It was crazy. And they put it in a Sea-Doo, lit the fuse, and pushed it off into the river. But then it never went off for some reason. And they ended up having to fish it back. And I'm like, y'all are going to kill
Fish it
yourselves.
back
Yeah,
out?
dude.
Yeah. And so I had heard that the ATF, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Agency of the government, came to his house and like had like
Did they raid his house?
they brought like a bomb sniffing dog and stuff and like searched his house and probably freaked his parents out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they were like, "Hey, your son's building bombs and posting videos on the internet. Like, we're the government. We got to check this out and make sure he's not a terrorist." And I guess
He's not a
after
terrorist.
that,
He's
he
just an
mellowed out.
idiot.
But I
Shout
don't know.
out,
Maybe you
Justin.
know more to that
Sorry.
story than I do.
Dude, I remember we went out there. We blew one up one time. I remember me and Chase Glasgow. We were out and we were
Shout out Chase Glasgow.
Shout
He was
out
on the
Chase.
show.
my
Yeah.
guy, awesome guy.
Just got married or just proposed.
Just got
engaged.
Dude, I ran into him at
Gross.
voice sounds weird.
That's gross.
I ran into him at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he did not tell me he was about to propose to his girlfriend because like the next day, I'm like, "Oh, you couldn't let me know." Like, anyways, I guess we're not that close. Sorry, dude.
Sucks to suck, Alex. Sucks
love
to suck.
But yeah, I remember me and him went out one of those random rivers, like with everybody, big crew. We were in his. Chase had that red like S10, like extreme, like fucking lowered, fucking.
Yeah. Chase he's a bad daddy.
It's my guy. But no, they had a pipe bomb and it had like a hydrogen tank and like 2 oxygen tanks on it.
A hydrogen tank?
Bro, it was intense. So
Dude, that's
they
crazy.
lit it and pushed it out. And me and Chase, I ran inside Chase's truck and dude, it blew up and you could you could feel it.
Really?
The concussion hit the truck and we're like, holy shit. So then like we all peel out because the fucking FBI is going to come thinking a fucking A-bomb just hit. So
And really
but-
nothing's gonna happen. It's
Here-
Alabama, nobody cares.
dude, the story I got on the ATF thing. So he put one of those videos on YouTube. From what I remember, I think the ATF guy showed up and just from like the YouTube video, he had like everybody's like IDs like on a piece of paper just from like watching a YouTube video. But I remember he took like Justin didn't really get in trouble and they found some gunpowder and took it and he made a Nerf sniper rifle out of PVC pipe.
This is Justin that we
That's-
just talked
That
to.
is crazy.
That's like as long as this table. I mean, this is legit. It was like, and it could shoot through like both sides of like a freaking Coke box or something. So like took that and
He had a couple of like potato guns and stuff. that he
yeah, they
built.
probably took. We used to do some damage with potato guns. But yeah, I remember. Yeah, ATF came for that.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, so
I never got in any trouble like that with the stupid shit that we were doing. We weren't going that extreme, but like Justin took it to another level.
yeah,
It's like
so-
we're gonna build bombs
I had
and like
no
blow up
idea.
washing machines.
After talking to him about like he's just like some hippie dude hiking in
Oh,
the
yeah, he's
woods. Like,
mellowed
no,
out.
he's like that's crazy to hear.
But no, man, we did some crazy stuff. But yeah, that's where then he kind of came in like, hey, I make movies too. So then we all started kind of putting our heads together and making. Then he got the XL2. remember we were watching that. Like, holy crap, this looked like a fucking Hollywood film.
I think I
Like,
remember that
It's this
now.
giant beast of a camera.
dude, it's a monster, man.
Dude.
Me and Alex did a extreme workout video at Thomas's house.
I remember the
and,
workout
like,
video. Yeah.
That's
so
in the vault. I got it. I don't know if I have that one actually.
Justin might have it. I'm
I've
not
got some of
sure.
the old ones that I pulled off the internet and put in a safe place.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna keep these, but I don't necessarily want them floating around the internet.
You could preview some of them on heavy.
I may tease a few during this episode.
this-
Maybe I'll put a few up. I'll have to go look and see.
Just give
But dude,
everybody
just
a taste.
kids being
Just-
like stupid, and that was kind of what bonded our friendship, and then working together.
yeah, man.
And
Circuit
I think
City
you
was
stuck
fun.
around, man. I left Circuit City, and then I came back for a moment, and then left again, and you worked there for like
Dude,
that
I was
whole
there.
stretch.
I was there until they liquidated. They went out of business.
Yeah.
And I went from there to Wachovia at the time.
Wachovia.
Wachovia, yeah. Then they turned to like Wells Fargo.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was there. Then everything happened with my parents and stuff, which I'll talk about that too.
Yeah, I mean, like I remember that happening,
Mm.
and it was a pretty tragic
Mm.
scenario. So I didn't know if you wanted to like get into that.
Yeah,
at
man,
all,
dude.
but,
It's
like
11 years ago. I mean, I made my peace with it, and I also like to tell people, kind of like advocacy for it. So
Sure.
yeah. So September 26, 2010, I lost my mom, my stepdad, and my sister to a carbon monoxide accident in our house. So
wow.
me and John Knowles were living together in my apartment. So, but yeah, and I think what happened, I think my sister came home and parked in the garage and probably was on the phone or something, forgot to turn her car off. So it kind of went up through the house. So I always tell people to get carbon monoxide detectors. And you
Oh,
can get
yeah.
them at like Walmart or anywhere. Just to plug in the wall because
Yeah.
it's loud as shit. If you have carbon monoxide in your house, it'll like freaking
Oh
beep,
yeah.
beep, beep.
I have
So-
one in my van. I have one in my van,
Sick,
and
dude.
that thing, it does like a test like every month, and it'll like
Scare the shit
just
out of you.
randomly at any time. It's like I think I'm gonna do a test right now at 2:00 in the morning. I wake up and I'm like, I'm
The
on
world
fire.
is on fire.
Yeah.
dude. So yeah, that obviously changed my life. So that
But at that point, you weren't still there. You had moved out. You said you were living with John.
Yeah, I was living with John. Or me at our apartment in Hoover. But yeah, so after that, it's like, oh my God. So I ended up leaving Wells Fargo. Man, I've worked everywhere, dog. So then, I ended up buying my house. Then I was working at like a pharmacy for a little bit. Then I was like, I'm just going to go back to school and get my degree.
But you were always into sports. Like
Big
you
time.
always wanted
That's
to
what I
do
was gonna
something
ask.
with
Big
How'd
time.
you, how'd you get into the internship at just
I
for
know,
the love
man.
of like
And, like,
baseball?
Yeah, so
And this
I
was
had-
before. Remind me, what was the year? Because I mean, for those that aren't familiar with downtown Birmingham, Railroad Park, and everything, the Barons Field used to be located in Hoover. We mentioned the Hoover Met earlier when you're
Yeah.
blowing up mannequins with Steve-O.
Yeah.
That's where the Barons home base used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
And then they actually built a stadium downtown, which is
yeah.
now. How long has that been
Regents
there?
Field. Yeah, 2013. when they built it.
2013.
Yep.
Okay. So
Yeah, so when I graduated high school in 2005, so I did like a year and a half at Jeff State, then like any other 18, 19-year-old, like, I don't need this, I'm going to work, school sucks.
I want some money.
School sucks. I'm going to Circuit City for the rest of my life. And, show you, Mom.
Show you, Mom.
I just bought a
I'm gonna
42.
be something one day.
I just bought a 42-inch TV. What do you want to think about that?
I got it 30% off. Open box.
So I was like, okay, so I don't need to go to school. So I started doing all these other kind of bullshit jobs, and I was working at this pharmacy, and I was delivering medicine. Easiest job I ever had in my life, but you can't advance there because like you're not a pharmacist. So it's like, am I just going to do this for the rest of my life? And I'm like, I went to school for 2 years. I'm like, I want to get into sports, like sports management, so I could do like an online thing and knock it out in 2 years, get my bachelor's. So literally, I went on Google and I was like, best online sports management degree, and the first thing was Southern New Hampshire. Before all the
Most millennial thing I've ever heard in my life. Best sports management degree today.
yeah, dude, literally. Can I do this today? Can you go ahead and give me the?
Can I just take the test?
I promise I'm smart enough for this. You can just go ahead and give it to me. But yeah, so before all the Southern New Hampshire commercials, all that shit, like I was like, okay, I'll just do this.
Southern New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Southern New Hampshire.
Yeah, you should go up there sometime. It's very nice.
It's very nice. Okay.
yeah. Never been there. So I signed up. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to get my bachelor's here. It's going to take me 2 years. So I do that, and I get to the end where I got to do an internship. And it's like part of the degree. So literally, I send a Facebook message to the Barons. I'm like, hey, you guys doing any kind of internships? I need to do one for school. I'm very interested in working in sports, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, come in and interview. Well, you can interview tomorrow. And we're like, okay, cool. So I go in there and I interview, and the guy was like, yeah, man, we got an opening and, concessions. And I'm like, no offense, bro. I was like, I'm not going to get into
You want to sling hamburgers,
Sling nachos
man?
and
Come on.
I ain't going to sling glizzies.
Somebody's got to put that cheese on them chips.
Ain't going to be your boy right here, though. So I was like, actually, I was looking to do more of the operations side. And he goes, yeah, he's like, I think you'd be good for like group sales. And I was like, awesome. So he got me to interview with the director there. And I think I did really good. And he goes, look, it's between you and a guy that led off his resume with, I can lift 50 pounds over my head.
So they were like, can you lift 50 pounds over your head?
Like, I can lift 51 pounds over my head.
I'll prove it right now.
So baseball. So I ended up getting the internship, which was awesome, man. And so that's how I got into it. Literally, a Facebook message to Barons, and I did that. There was like 20 something interns. I was the only one that got a full time gig after it, and I just kind of kept working my way up.
How long did it take from the internship to the full time? They offered you a full time
immediately. Yeah. So after the season, I started in February of 2015, and the season ended in like mid-September. Then I had like a month layover till I started my full-time. So I only had like a month off right there. So that's where I've been since February 2015. I've been with the Barons. So like I said, I just kind of worked my way up the totem pole there, trying to, get as far as I can.
Yeah, man.
So now it's, I've done just about everything there. And like I said, I love it, man. You get to meet so many people, and, it's, you never have a boring night. You're at the ballpark. So, and all my friends can come out there, and
that's crazy. Any thoughts of like you're still living in Alabaster, correct? Any thoughts of relocating closer to downtown?
Nah.
You got your pick of like all the freaking condos that overlook the park.
I was like, dude, I think about it. When my house is like paid off, so it's like why would I?
Dude, damn,
like,
congratulations, that's awesome. Man.
I was like, why would I want to,
jump into another
one? I was like, plus, dude, everybody's moving to Shelby County. Like, it is crazy. Like, people are selling houses like that. Property values going up. So I'm like, literally, I'm just making money, like staying in my house right now.
Yeah.
That could sell probably for twice as much as I bought it for. So now I was like, I'm so used to the drive.
That's a little bit of a drive, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's 20 miles, something like that. So ain't too. I'm so used to it. Like, if there's
Are you still in your truck?
Not the big boy.
Not the big truck. Now, what was your truck? Because you had like the coolest truck.
I was a 2010 F-150 FX4.
Damn.
So
gas guzzler. I'm sure.
Dude, it was a tank, man. Big, had it all blacked out. And
dude, I was thinking about that today. I almost drove my Tacoma home just so when you got here, you could see my truck and I could like flex a little bit. I'm like, yeah, that's me. She got 4-wheel drive. I got the 6-foot bed. No big deal. TRD.
No, so like, dude, I'd had that truck, man. It was my baby for 10 years. And it eventually, dude, it got to the point where I'd had to put another engine in it, and I put like a refabbed engine in. I'm not going to get like a brand new one, but the exhaust was messing up, and like it was just had a leak in the top of it. I was like, I've got my money's worth out of this. So I got a brand new. I got a Ford F-150, like a Lariat, and it's super nice. I'll show you.
Is it outside?
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
Sick. Yeah, I want to check it out, man.
Yeah,
that's one. Brought the truck home. I'm a Tacoma guy. I bit off of the old.
Yeah, it's like a Tonka compared to what he's got.
Oh, it's small. It's a midsize, but that's what I need, man. I live in the city. I want something I could take off road. I haven't off roaded in it yet, but I will one day, maybe.
Yeah, so everybody called mine a pavement princess because I wouldn't ever. I was like, it's too nice to take off.
Dude, I know, man. That's me. Like, I've got 4-wheel drive and I haven't even used it once.
Dude, so. Yeah, it's.
Don't admit that, Alex. Don't just put that out there for people to hear.
I don't drive it every day. I drive a company vehicle most days. So
I saw the van out there. I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, that's his vehicle.
I was like, there's his house.
He signed that contract 10 years ago. He'll be driving it.
Yeah. That's where I keep like pretty much everything I need, like tools and stuff. It's like if I drive my truck home and then I need something, I'm like, damn, I left the van at the office. So.
You say that you live like what?
I live 5 minutes.
Holt's right there. Yeah,
it's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not complaining. But. Dude, have you seen I watched a thing about like, the whole evolution of like electric vehicles taking over the world. We got to talk about the metaverse. We're not going to get into that yet.
The meta.
But like, Have you looked into? I figured you might be one of the first ones to bite off. I see Teslas everywhere nowadays. And then there was a company that was supposed to manufacture the first like affordable pickup truck, electric pickup truck, Nikola. But apparently that was a big scandal, man. It was like a huge.
I can imagine with the name,
Dude. Apparently it was just like all fraud, big lies, big thing on YouTube. I'll link something in the video. But I remember going to the beach and the dude was like, "Oh, check out this company, Nikola," and they're like making all these like badass like pickup trucks and stuff.
That'd be sick.
They never delivered. So I didn't know if you like being into trucks yourself, if you looked into like the whole electric side.
No, I got 3 Teslas though.
You do
I'm
have.
just kidding.
I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Yeah, I got 3 Teslas. No, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. That'd be super sick to look into. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
But you
like,
don't own a Tesla. I guess that's ultimately the question. You don't own a Tesla in any degree? Okay.
No, like I'll drive past them and I'm like, oh my God, like the freaking screen, like it's like a 32-inch screen, like right there at the front of it. Yeah, they're sick, but
they're coming more and more commonplace.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like,
everybody's.
They're not like outrageous. Like
You
you're
can-
going to
you can-
spend $30,000 on a new car. You can
I
get an
was
electric
I was
vehicle.
sold. That's how I told everybody. I was like, if you like, as soon as we got our business open, I'm like, once I get my money back on what I invested in the business, I'm getting a Tesla, and I've been Team Tesla. But like these past like couple of months, I'm like, I don't know if I'm Team Tesla anymore. Like I kind of want
Team
like,
gasoline, boy.
yeah. Because
I saw a meme that's it was a Tesla on the side of the road being charged by a gas generator, and I was like, oh damn, you know.
That's the deepest.
Maybe
thing
we're
of-
not quite there because I've heard the argument against electric vehicles is the strain it's going to put on the grid to charge all these, and we got to have this energy come from somewhere, which is everybody's against burning fossil fuels, but like.
Well, that's why you have
having-
Tesla, because they're doing all solar. Like the thing just came out. I don't know when this will air, but like Elon Musk just signed a thing with Texas. He's going to start selling them electricity, all part of the Tesla solar network.
No, I
Y'all want
did
some
not know.
electricity?
Yeah, well, after the Texas blackout, like I don't blame that at all. I was
Yeah.
like, somebody needs to make a change in Texas, regardless. Anyway, all that to say,
Oh, Elon Musk, man. Did you see where, off topic, Elon Musk, because everybody like gives him shit because he's so rich, he's the richest man in the world now, I think. And they were like, to end world hunger, it's like $6 billion. And he goes, and he tweeted, he's like, dude, he's like, if you can prove to me that this money will go towards ending world hunger instead of in somebody's fucking pockets, he's like, I will give $6 billion right now.
yeah.
He's like, I will do it right now to end world hunger if you can prove to me that it's going to go towards that and not some other bullshit.
Crickets.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'll fucking do it in
I
a
saw
heartbeat.
that too. Yeah, he was like, just show me your plan, and I'll write the check right now. And they were like,
Yep. A lot of respect for that, man, because also part of that tweet, everybody's on all the billionaires for like the gain tax, for like they should be taxed on the gains they make from their investments that they make. So Elon made a tweet. He's like, all right, I'll sell 10% of my gains or whatever, which is like X amount of billions of dollars. He's like, and I'll pay my taxes with it. So he did a poll on Twitter. He's like, should I sell my gains? Yes or no? He's like, depending on the verdict, I will do what the poll says, yes or no. I voted no. I was like, you got yours, son. Like you put in the work. I respect you for all the shit that you've done. Like you've made billions. Sure, you've made it. Like what you pay on taxes, I don't give a shit about. Like that's your money. But the poll voted the other way. It was like, yes, you should sell X amount of percentages and pay taxes on it. So it's like $10 billion or something.
That's dude, freaking write off.
I was
for
like,
him,
that's.
man. It's,
I mean, yeah, but still, I was like,
but yeah, dude, like I totally agree.
I was like, you got yours, man. Like do you? I don't know.
so what's 2022 looking like for Barons, man? What do you think?
hopefully somewhat normal.
Was
trying
21 or was it 20? 21 semi-normal? You said
yeah,
things were
fairly
getting back to normal?
Yeah, it just
What's the capacity of the Barons Stadium?
8,500.
8,500. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't
So
think
not giant crowds, but still, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool for a stadium that's located. in
we
downtown
man
Birmingham.
we dominate when it comes to attendance. Really, like definitely in our league, but for like minor
Really?
league baseball, we're up there, man. Yeah, like I think we average around 6,000.
Because that's just
a
the
game.
fun of attending the game and being
Yeah,
in
man,
like
we're-
the biggest growing city in the southeast. You know
Where
what I
our
mean?
biggest thing is being affordable family fun. We're just entertainment.
AFF.
AFF, baby. I like AFF as fuck. AFF,
Yeah.
AF. But yeah, dude, just getting people out there to have fun, and it's like super affordable. And we're all about like, we'll always say we're in the memory making business. So
Okay.
it's like,
Oh, these
Hallmark
taglines you're throwing, man.
That's Hallmark right
yeah,
there.
You need a channel on TL or I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah,
I'm
great
shut
one.
up.
It's Tyler again.
I'm gonna cut that out. Don't worry, I don't care.
But yeah, dude, it's gonna be. We're looking forward to it. We're about to start putting together some plans for.
Are the fireworks gonna get bigger?
You gonna get
yes.
louder.
Yeah.
More complaints, dude.
Bigger, louder, brighter. We're just gonna spray all the condos with fire.
I was about to say, y'all have, by the time you guys, so what's the downtime from this season to next season? And what are you guys doing in your downtime?
So yeah, downtime.
We kind of hit on that a little bit earlier, but.
So we get it all the time, man. So in the off season, we're working just like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So we're
Doing
reaching
what?
Yeah. So me on my end, in group sales, I'm reaching out to companies to go ahead and plan their company outings. And I just call people like, hey man, we'd love to have you guys out to the ballpark next season. Here's some info. Just let me know what you think. And it's that easy. So the main part, the beginning, I'm reaching out to my people that came out last season. Some of my top clients always have. Hey, I want to go ahead and give you first dibs on these prime dates and get you guys out here. Then once we start transitioning into November, December, we start reaching out to new companies that either haven't been out before or haven't been out in the last year or two. And be like, hey, here's some info. Here's the schedule. Let me know what you think. And sometimes, they'll do it right then. Then sometimes you'll get to April and somebody replies to an email you sent in September. They're like, hey, this looks good. And you're like,
No. Let's back that up a little bit.
Yeah. So it's just constantly doing that. But then, our corporate sales are working on their sponsorships and, all the signs out there. And then we're having
I was about to ask, I got so many questions. But
We got a
you
heavy
look at
ultra
that-
sign out there. Is what we need to
Yes, dude. But like
With our
you look at
dumb
the
faces
signage.
on it.
I see Bud's Best Cookies. He's
Yeah.
always got a spot.
Mhm.
Like he's repping those cookies. But like those are paid for every season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
People pay a lot of money. But the thing is, you're doing that because you are getting so much, you're getting so many eyes on that. So
Oh, yeah.
if that's say we have 70 games and we're averaging 6,000 people, I guess over 400,000 people, I think. 42,000.
Do some math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
we'll
that.
correct it. Numbers, man. Don't worry
Numbers,
about
man.
it.
That's a lot of numbers,
That's a
bro.
lot of
That's a lot
numbers,
of
bro.
eyes looking.
And everybody's
Uh,
got two sets of eyes.
So double that number. So
Two sets. No,
That's a
two
million
eyes.
people.
One set of eyes. Two eyeballs.
two pupils. But yeah, dude, that's a lot of eyes on your products. You're having people come out there like, I want some Bud Best cookies. You know what? I want some Alabama Power in my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're just doing that. Then we're supposed to start having our kind of promotions meetings, like trying to put together entertainment and maybe some celebrity appearances.
Do y'all have? I see some stadiums that do like shows and stuff that are outside of baseball completely, where they just like show up and you can watch, Nitro Circus, like do
Yeah.
backflips in the fucking outfield or whatever. Do y'all do
Yeah.
anything like that?
Not really.
How do you
So-
have the free time when it comes to baseball? I feel like there's
So,
a game.
I was about to
What's
say,
crazy is we have a non-game day department that we have like weddings there, we have proms there, we have Halloween parties, Christmas parties. So we have another girl that works non-game days that handles all of that. So her busy time is right now, go and do Christmas and everything. So
I can have a Christmas party on the baseball field or just up in the balcony.
I think it's just
you pay a lot, you can have it on a baseball field. But yeah, we are a 365-day facility. People can have meetings there. So we have a lot of weddings, dude. So many weddings, proms.
Weddings. Okay, that hits close to home for me, being background in the wedding business. Are people just renting out the ballroom? Are
Yeah,
they
they'll do
actually
the-
doing shit on the field?
They'll do the ballroom in that club lounge right there. But then if we'll let the bride and groom take a picture on the field
Okay,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But yeah, dude, they will make that ballroom look just
Oh yeah, no, it's
extravagant,
baller.
Yeah.
It's
dude.
baller.
And
I think Alex and Sarah said that one of the most high dollar weddings they ever shot was there at that.
Yeah,
ballroom
dude,
at Regents Field.
yeah, so it's crazy. But yeah, it's always something going on. And we kind of tipped our toe into maybe doing concerts. We had one country concert in 2017, 2018. I think it's 2017 at the end of the season, and it was pretty cool. But that's not something we've really kind of looked into. We've looked into it, but it's not something that's been solidified for
Yeah.
anything else. But they're always open to do stuff. So
You got all that stadium seating. You
Mhm.
could do. The sky's the limit. I would think. Being someone who doesn't own a baseball field,
yeah,
it's
for sure.
how else can I milk this and make money? Now you're
yeah.
not out there mowing the grass or doing anything with the
No.
groundskeepers or anything like that. But
No, dude. When we get to the season opener, that day, usually the last 2 years or 3 years, man, I'll be out there. I'll be helping mulch and stuff like 5 hours before
Get that
gates
grass
open.
green AF, you know.
Yeah, dude. It looks so it's all hands on deck. Then and it starts raining. We all got to put the tarp on the field, and
Oh shit, dude, that's crazy.
it's always fun. But yeah. So I've done everything there. Still love being there. So it's
No chance of jumping ship anytime soon. Go to
No.
another baseball field. Are there any competing baseball facilities in the state that we talked about the Montgomery Biscuits earlier, and I've been to their facility, but I feel like we have one of the coolest places to play,
I
man.
tell people we have the Taj Mahal of minor league ballparks, and I'm dead serious when I say it. Like it's people. I remember a few years ago we had what was called the minor league baseball promo seminar. It was where people from teams all over America came to Birmingham for like meetings and conferences, and they came to our ballpark and they're like, "Oh my god!" And they were like, they walk in the ballroom, they're like, "What is this? Are you kidding me?" And they even went down to the clubhouse where the players are, and they have like their own gym down there, and they're like, "Our clubhouse is the size of the gym in your clubhouse," like. So I tell people, like, I'll bring clients or anybody, like, this is the Taj Mahal of minor league ballparks. Like, you will never, if you go to, like, in my opinion, you go to any other ballpark around, you kind of walk up, you're like, this is it.
And this is like across the country.
Yeah, I mean, there's a handful that, and what's crazy is
hold a candle, maybe.
that's our AAA team, the Charlotte Knights. It's always between us for the best ballpark in baseball. So
really?
theirs is gorgeous, man. Like super backdrop in Charlotte, downtown Charlotte. So, but yeah, so we have it. Our facility is definitely kind of like one of a kind, and it's super nice.
So Birmingham, listen up, man. We have something awesome right here in our backyard. Don't take it for granted. Go and check it out. Take advantage of Thirsty Thursdays. Before we let you go, any other events that we need to be aware of before? I mean, I know about Thirsty Thursday, obviously.
Of course, we know.
$2 beer nights. I'm not going to miss that. But when does the next season kick off?
April 8th. Yeah, so it's going to be April 8th. Looking forward to having a full season. It's going to be fun. We're wide open there. And, look forward to having everybody back out there for sure. But like I said, Thirsty Thursday. You always count on Thirsty Thursdays, $2 domestics, wine. Tuesdays, you got dollar dogs.
Dollar dogs. I love the dollar dog day.
Are these like the full-size, foot-long dogs?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
we're just talking about like regular?
I mean, a regular hot dog.
Okay.
Regular glizzy.
It's a glizzy, baby.
Slamming glizzies.
Let's go.
Slamming glizzies. So yeah, it's.
Do you get tired of hearing some of the same old like baseball tunes and maybe bring, you hear that in your sleep or anything?
Dude, it's.
So do y'all play that live or is it
No, dude. Yeah, everything's on a computer.
Like an organist out there.
He just hits a button.
Okay.
These people look like they want this. I want to rock. But yeah, so everything's computer. But yeah, it's.
All right, last question. Whenever I see the races between hot dog, carrot, ice cream cone, whatever y'all have going that week,
carrot,
it's like who's gonna win? And I'm like, is that predetermined or is that like a legit race?
It's a legit race, man.
It's a legit race.
Go out there, yeah.
We're talking about the.
It's like between the
taco,
innings,
the mascots,
the taco,
the hot
race
dog,
around the field.
chef. Yeah, they're racing, man.
That's like for real.
Everybody's- yeah.
What's the incentive? If I'm in the chef costume, what's the incentive to run faster than taco?
Glory, bro. The
just
glory of 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 people cheering for you. Or hating you because people don't like the hot dog. Everybody's a taco fan.
I was about to say, there's some back alley gambling going on. Like, I got taco this week.
Yeah, come on. It's like, come on. Yeah, you can put it on the books.
You ever been in one of those suits?
I was about to say, have you
Are
been
you
in any of
one of
those
the ones?
suits? Are you one of the ones racing?
Dude, I've got pictures on my phone. Like, yeah. So, dude, I've raced in that thing. I've been on.
They just go through the whole.
Hey, I need you to be a hot dog tonight.
Hey, tonight,
dude.
when you get done setting up tables and you get box number 7 fixed, I need you to put on the hot dog costume. Be down there at 7:15. We're gonna do a race.
That's minor league baseball, bro. It's
like, all right, fine.
So like our mascot's Babe Ruff's the dog or whatever, dude. I've been Babe Ruff. I've done NBC commercials. I've been up in.
Should have brought Babe Ruff to this podcast.
Dude, next time I will for sure.
Next time
I come, yeah, for sure. But no, I've been at Fox Studios like 6 a.m. to do commercials as Babe Ruff. Like I've been every mascot there. I've been Lily Mays. I've been the girl. So
no shame.
Yeah,
no shame.
Nothing wrong with
feel
that. Just kind of get in touch with that side of yourself, but
that's crazy. Is it just one costume?
No, they're different.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, that thing's probably seen some life or get inside it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
Well, dude, that is sick hearing about Barons and hearing about you and kind of reminiscing about some old memories and stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming to hang.
Yeah, bro.
Tyler, you are the fucking man. And
Yeah, man.
until next time, we'll have you back on, dude. This is fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
this is
Hey,
rad.
yeah.
For those listening, we do have a YouTube channel. Check us out, and you can see all the shit we talked about on the show.
Check out all the stuff. HeavyUltra.com. We have a website where we put. There's all kinds of stuff on the website.
You can buy a T-shirt. We got T-shirts.
We do have T-shirts.
Shameless shout out.
Shameless shout out. HeavyUltra.com. Check it out.
I'm about to get on it right now.
Do it. Tyler Gore, Birmingham Barons. Thanks for coming to hang.
Yes, sir.